Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorials. Today we'll be treating NECO mathematics past questions. Get your writing materials ready with your calculators. We'll be right back. "20 girls and white boys sat on an examination. The mean score mark obtained by the girls and boys were 52 and 57 respectively. If the total score of both girls and boys were 2,750, find y." That means we're asked to find the number of boys that sat for the examination. Now we have, for the girls, we have 20 girls. Now their mean mark, when we talk about mean is EFX over N or EF over N or EFX over EF. Now, for the girls, we know that their mean score is 52. And for the boys, which we do not know, white boys, we know that their mean score is 57. Okay, now they said the total score of the boys and the girls were 2,750. Now, for us to find the EFX of the girls, we know that the mean score is 52 equals to number of girls 20 all over their EF. Now, if we cross multiply, we are going to have EF of girls equals to 52. So to get the total frequency of girls, which is our EF, will give us 52 times cross multiplying, 52 times 20 will give us our EF of girls. Okay, so our EF for girls will become 52 times 20, which will give us 1,040. So the total summation for girls will be 1,040. And we know that for both boys plus girls, we have it as 2,750. So now finding that of girls to be 1,040, we can now find the EF of boys. So that of girls, boys, EF of boys will become 2,750 minus 1,040, which will give us 1,710. Now this is the total frequency for the boys, and we're told that their mean score is 57. So mean score for boys equals to their EF over N. Okay, in this case, the number of boys will be Y, since it's what we are asked to find. So we are having their frequency, it will be 1,710 equals to the mean score, which is 57, equals to the frequency 1,710 all over Y. So for us to find Y will become 1,710 divided by 57, which will give us 30. So in the examination, 30 boys sat for the examination, which is option C. A sector of angle 120 is cut off from a circle of radius 13.5 centimeters. What area of the circle is remaining? Now, if we have your circle, alright, this is the center of circle, and when we talk about a sector is an area bounded by two radius and an arc. Now, they said an angle, the cutoff area is 120 degrees. Okay, now we are looking for what area of the circle is remaining. That means we are looking for our major sector. Now, in order to calculate the area of our major sector, we have to find this angle, which will give us 360 minus 120 will give us 240. All right, so using our formula, area of sector, area of sector equals to theta over 360 times pi r squared. Okay, now at this point we know that our r is 13.5, our pi is constant, which is 22 over 7, and now our theta will be 240. So this becomes 240 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 13.5 squared. Okay, now in calculating this, this cancels this. 2 here 12, 2 here 18, 2 here 6, 2 here 9, 3 here 2, 3 here 3. So we have 2 times 22 times 13.5 all over 3 times 7. Alright, let's calculate this out. We are having 13.5 squared times 22 times 2 divided by 21, which will give us 381.857 centimeter squared. Now, our closest value there will become 381.9 centimeter squared, which is option D. Two ladders of length 5 meter and 7 meter lean against a pole and make angles 45 and 60 with the ground respectively. What is their distance apart on the pole? Correct to 2 decimal places. Now, if we have the first ladder, which is 5 meters, making angle 45, and the second ladder, which is 60 degrees, 7 meters. Now they say we should find the distance between them on the pole. Okay, now we have two different right angle triangles here. So separating the two, 5 and 45, 7 and 60. Okay, so in order to find this, we call it x and y. In order to find this point x, this will become sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse, where our hypotenuse is 5 and the opposite is x. So this becomes sine 45 equals to x over 5. So x equals to 5 times sine 45. So our x equals to 3.5355. Okay, so on this other aspect, we have sine 60 equals to y over 7. So y equals to 7 times sine 60, which gives us y equals to 6.0622. Alright, so we are going to have this as 6.0622 minus 3.5355, which will give us 2.5267. So they said to the correct to 2 decimal place. So to 2 decimal place, we'll convert this to 1 to add to this. So this will give us 2.53 meters. That's the 2 decimal place, which is option D. X varies directly as y and inversely as z. When x is 5, so including our constant of proportionality will give us x equals to ky over z. So when x is 5, y is 2, and z is 1. So our k equals to 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Okay, now they say find the value of x when y is 5 and z is 2. So this will give us 2.5 times 5 divided by 2, which will give us 6.25. So the value of x will be 6.25, which is option C. Find the mean deviation of the set of numbers to the nearest whole number. Now for us to calculate mean deviation we are having it as our E, summation of your x minus mean all over n. Okay, so for us to find our mean equals to EF over n, which we are going to have as 20 plus 25 plus 21 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29 all over 6. Okay, so this will give us 45 plus 48 plus 57, which is 150 divided by 6, 25. So our mean score or mean mark is 25. So for us to find our x, we are having, first one will be 20 minus 25, x minus mean. Okay, 20 minus 25 will give us 5. Now this is 25 minus 25 will give us 0. 21 minus 25 will give us 4. And we have 27 minus 25 will give us 2. 28 minus 25 will give us 3. And 29 minus 25 will give us 4. So if we add all this, we will see we are having 18. Our EX minus X bar will become 18. So including this here will become 18 over 6, which will give us 3. So our mean deviation will be 3, which is option B. Calculate the area of a parallelogram whose diagonals are of length 8 cm and 12 cm and intersect at an angle of 135. So for us to calculate the area of a parallelogram, we are having half times d1 times d2 times sine theta. Now where d1 and d2 are your diagonals and your theta is your angle of intersection. So this becomes 1 over 2 times 8 times 12 times sine 135 degrees. Okay, so this will give us 4 times 12 times sine 135. This will give us 33.9 centimeter squared, which is option E. The ratio of the base area of a hollow cube and to that of its curved surface area is 1:4. If its base radius is 7 centimeters, calculate the slant height of the cone. Now, for base radius, base area, we have it as pi r squared. Now, for the slant height, curved surface area, let's curved surface area, we have it as pi l. Okay, now they said the ratio of this to this is 1:4. That means our base area is to curved area equals to 1:4. So in other words, we can put it as pi r over pi l equals to 1/4. Okay, now they've told us that the radius is 7. So replacing it here, we can have this as r over l equals to 1/4. Replacing our radius here will become 7 over l equals to 1/4. Okay, now this will now give us cross multiplying our l equals to 7 times 4, which is 28 centimeters. So 28 centimeters will be our answer, which is option C. Increase 135 in the ratio of 3:5. Now, the simplest way to do it is to divide 135 by 3. So if we have 135 divided by 3, we are having it as, so 135 divided by 3. So in the ratio of 45, this of 5, that will become 45 times 5, which will give us 225. So our answer will become A, 225. Given that x squared plus y squared, x squared plus y squared plus k equals to 60. Now, they said when our x equals to root 10 and y equals to 4, that we should find the value of k. Okay, in order to find the value of k, we are having it as root 10 squared plus 4 squared plus k equals to 60. These two will give us, this will cancel this to give us 10 plus 16 plus k equals to 60. So this will give us 26 plus k equals to 60. So our k equals to 60 minus 26, which will give us 34. So the value of k is 34, which is option B. Find y if sin y equals to cos 48. Okay, now for us to find sin y, we know that sin theta equals to, okay, cos theta equals to sin 90 minus theta. So replacing this here, we are having sin y equals to sin 90 minus 48, which will give us sin y equals to sin 42. So our value of y will be 42 degrees. Simplify the expression. We have log base 416 plus log base 327 plus log base 84096. Now, in order to simplify this, we'll apply what we call the change of base law. When we have log mn equals to log n over log m. Now, applying this all through, we are going to have this as log 16 over log 4 plus log 27 over log 3 plus log 4096 over log 8. Now, breaking this down, we have this as log 16 will become 4 root 2, 4 squared, okay, over log 4 plus log 3 raised to power 3 over log 3 plus log, now 8, how many times will 8 multiply to give us this? Will give us 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. That's 4 times 8 raised to power 4 over log 8. Okay, now converting this, we have this as 2 log 4 over log 4 plus 3 log 3 over log 3 plus 4 log 8 over log 8. So this will cancel out, leaving us with 2 plus 3 plus 4, which will give us 9. So our answer will be 9, which is option E. The radii of two similar cylindrical jugs are in the ratio of 3:7. Now they say we should calculate the ratio of their volume. Now if their radii is in this ratio, to calculate their volume, we simply raise this. Since volume is in cube, we simply raise this to cube. So 3 cube will give us 27 is to 343, which is option E. A man travels at a rate of 25 meters per second. If he travels for 10.5 hours, how many kilometers has he covered? Now, in order to do that, we have our speed equals to distance over time. Now, we have been given speed as 25 meters per second and our time as 10.5 hours. Now, notice the difference. This is in seconds, this is in hours. So we have to convert our time to seconds. And converting 10.5 hours to seconds will be 10.5 times 3,600, which will give us 10.5 times 3,600, which will give us 37,800 seconds. Okay, now, since our distance equals to speed times time, this is going to be 25 meters per second times 37,800. Okay, which will now give us 945,000 meters. Now they say find his distance in kilometers. So converting, we know that 1,000 meters equals to 1 kilometer. So this will become 945,000 divided by 1,000, which will give us 945 kilometers. So that's the distance he has covered, which is option B. The ages of Abu, Shegun, Kofi, and Fumi are 17 years, 2x minus 13, 14 years, and 16 years respectively. What is the value of x if their mean ages is 17.5? Now we know for us to find their mean ages, we are going to sum up their ages together divided by the number, where we have mean equals to EF over N. All right. Now, bearing this in mind, this is going to become, our mean is 17.5 equals to 17 plus 2x minus 13 plus 14 plus 16 all over 4. Okay, so this becomes 17.5 times 4 cross multiplying equals to 30 plus 17 will give us 47 minus 13 plus 2x. So 17.5 times 4, which is 70, equals to 47 minus 13 will give us 34 plus 2x. So 2x equals to 70 minus 34. 2x equals to 36. So therefore, x equals to 36 over 2, which will give us 18. So the value of x is 18, which is option A. 2 bags of sugar at X naira per bag are mixed with 3 bags of sugar at Y naira per bag. What is the cost of N, and what is the cost in naira of the mixture per bag? Now, to find the cost in naira, that will be for the X bags, we will have it as 2x, and for the Y bags, we have it as 3y. Now, what's the total number of bags mixed? Will be 5 bags. Okay. Now, so for the cost in naira per bag will become 2x plus 3y divided by 5, which will give us option A. The ages of 10 students in the class are 15, 16, 15.5, 17, 14.9, 14.5, 14.1, 15.1, 14.8. Now it says find the range. Now in order to find the range, we know that range equals to highest value minus lowest value, which will give us our highest value here is 17 minus our lowest value. Now we have 14.1. Is anyone lower? No. So our lowest value will be 14.1. So this becomes 17.0 minus 14.1. So if we subtract 1 from here, this will be 10 minus 1, 9, 6 minus 4, 2. So our answer will be 2.9, which is option C. If the third and the fifth term of an AP are 6 and 10 respectively, find the first term and the common difference respectively. Now we have T3. Okay, first of all, we know that our Tn equals to A plus n minus 1d. Okay, so for T3 will become A plus 3 minus 1d, which will give us A plus 2d. Let's call this our equation 1. Now we have for T5, which will become A plus 5 minus 1d, which will give us A plus 4d, equation 2. Now, we were told that our third term, A plus 2d, equals to 6, and A plus 4d, which is our fifth term, equals to 10. Now, we can solve this simultaneously. Now, subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, A minus A will cancel out. 4 minus 2 will give us 2d, and 10 minus 6 will give us 4. So therefore, d equals to 4 over 2, which is 2. So our common difference, d, is 2. Now, substituting the value of d into any of these equations, we have it as a plus 2d equals to 6. Okay, so a plus 2 bracket 2 equals to 6. A plus 4 equals to 6. A equals to 6 minus 4. So A equals to 2. So our D is 2 and A is 2. So our answer will become 2, 2, which is option B. A pair of shoes was sold for selling price was sold for 2,250. All right, at a loss percent was 10%. Now we should find the cost price. Now we know that for a loss equals to cost price minus selling price. Okay, so for loss percentage loss, we have cost price minus selling price all over cost price times 100 over 1 will give us our percentage loss. So now we know we have 10% loss, okay, equals to cost price, we do not know, minus selling price, which is 2,250 all over unknown cost price times 100 over 1. Now cross multiplying, we are having 10 times cost price. Okay, let me put it as 10 CP. Okay, equals to 100 times this will give us 100 CP minus 100 times this will give us 225. Okay, 225,000. Okay, now moving this over, collecting our like terms, this will become 100 CP minus 10 CP equals to 225 zeros. Okay, 225,000. Now the 100 minus 10 will give us 90 CP equals to 225,000. So our cost price, which is CP, will become 225,000 divided by 90. And this will give us, our cost price will become 2,500. So the cost price is 2,500 naira, which is option B. Find the coefficient of xy in the expansion of x minus 4y and 3x plus 2y. Now, for us to expand this, we will use one of these brackets to multiply the other. Now using this to multiply this, we're having x bracket 3x plus 2y minus 4y bracket 3x plus 2y. Okay, 3x times 3x will give us 3x squared plus 2xy minus 12xy plus minus times plus minus 4 times 2, 8y squared. Now, bringing this together, this will become 3x squared minus 10xy minus 8y squared. So now our question says the coefficient of xy. So since we're looking for the coefficient of xy, what number do we have with xy? So our coefficient of xy will be equals to minus 10. So minus 10 is our coefficient of xy, which is option D. Which of the following angular inequalities defines an obtuse angle? Now, if we talk about an obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees Now, obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. Now, putting this statement in an inequality form, we can say our x, okay, is greater than 90, okay, and x is less than 180. So, putting this as a solution form, this will become 90 degrees is less than x and x is less than 180 degrees. So this will be our solution for obtuse angle, which is option C. We've come to the end of today's tutorials. If you have questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and click on your notification button to get more updates.